Welcome once again to the class, and let's start with Rajput states. Okay, we will start with Rajput states. Now, what happens is that the weak successors of Aurangzeb, okay, the weak successors of Aurangzeb, that is the later Mughal kings, okay, gave Rajput states. The weak successors of Aurangzeb gave Rajput states the opportunity to re-establish their independence. Okay. So during the reign of Akbar, the Rajput states had actually accepted the supremacy of the Mughals, and after Akbar, the Rajputs were ruling under the suzerainty of the Mughals. Okay, so up to the reign of Aurangzeb, but comparatively Aurangzeb followed a comparatively intolerant religious policy. Okay, so as Aurangzeb followed a comparatively intolerant religious policy, so that's why Rajputs got alienated. Okay, so Rajputs were alienated because of it. Now, the weak successors of Aurangzeb gave Rajput states the opportunity to establish their independence. So, during the reign of Akbar, Shah Jahan, and all those, okay, means successors of Akbar up to just before Aurangzeb, okay. So, before Aurangzeb, it was Shah Jahan, if I am not wrong, okay. So, I think it was Shah Jahan before the emperor just before Aurangzeb was Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was the father of Aurangzeb, if I am not wrong, okay. Uh, so up to that time, Rajputs were satisfied with Mughals, but during the reign of Aurangzeb, as Aurangzeb followed a comparatively intolerant policy, religious policy, he was a Orthodox Muslim. So that gave the Rajput states the opportunity to re-establish their independence. Okay. Now, never never ever think that uh, all the Muslim rulers were religiously orthodox. Okay. Never think that all the Muslim rulers were religiously orthodox. Okay. Never think like that, and never think that all the Hindu rulers were tolerant. Never think like that. Okay. Never think that all the Hindu rulers were tolerant. Never think like that, because there were many Hindu rulers who were intolerant. Okay, many examples are there. Okay, so most of the majority of the Hindu rulers tortured the Shudras and the untouchables. Okay, majority of Hindu rulers tortured the untouchables and the Shudras. Okay, this is a fact. Okay, and so never think that all Muslim rulers are evil and all Hindu rulers are really very kind and big hearted. Okay, never think like that. That is not true actually. Okay, and similarly for Muslims also. Okay, neither all the Muslim rulers were religiously tolerant, nor all of them were religiously intolerant. Okay, I have already told to you. And if I say about caste intolerance, okay, so uh, Hindu rulers are known for caste intolerance usually, okay. Hindu rulers are usually known for caste intolerance, okay. But there is one example in ancient history of one example of religious intolerance by a Hindu ruler in ancient history. It is there, okay. So if I am not wrong, God ruler Shashank, okay, God ruler Shashank had cut down the Bodhi tree, okay. God ruler Shashank had cut down the Bodhi tree. So in ancient history also, ancient history also, intolerance examples are there, okay. So there is only, although there is only one example, but one example is there, okay. One Hindu ruler was there, God ruler Shashank, if I am not wrong, correct me if I am wrong. So he had cut down the Bodhi tree, Buddha's tree, okay, on account of religious or orthodoxy and intolerance, okay. That is the thing that was there, okay. And in terms of caste intolerance, that is the intolerance towards Shudras and untouchables, Hindu rulers were on the top, okay. For Shudras and untouchables, the Hindu rulers were on the top in discriminating the Shudras and the untouchables. One of the reasons uh, why Islamic rulers, Muslim rulers came to India and were able to rule India. Okay, one of the major reasons why Muslim rulers were able to rule India was that in in the reign of Muslim in the reign of Muslim rulers, Shudras and untouchables, their condition improved a little bit. Okay, in the in the reign of in the rule of Muslim rulers, the conditions of Shudras and untouchables improved a little bit. Okay, so that's why there was a significant support for the Muslim rulers. That was also one of the reasons why Muslim rulers came from outside and settled in India and were able to rule India. This was also one of the reasons why the common masses did not revolt to the Muslim rule. Okay, Muslim rulers, I mean. Okay, so all these things are there. If you study history, your entire brain will get opened up. Okay, so that's why the history is being deleted by the government. Okay, so that your brain does not open up. The weak successors of Aurangzeb gave Rajput states the opportunity to re-establish their independence. Two big Rajput states, two big Rajput states, of Marwar. Two big Rajput states of Marwar. Marwar is Jodhpur region. Okay, Jodhpur region was called Marwar at that time. Present day Jodhpur region was called Marwar at that time. Okay, so two big Rajput states of Marwar, that is Jodhpur and Amber. Okay, that is present day Jaipur. Decided to take part in the power struggle in Delhi. Okay, two big Rajput states of Marwar and Amber decided to take part in the power struggle in Delhi. Okay, with a view to gain influence and territories. So two big Rajput states of Marwar, that is Jodhpur, and Amer, that is Jaipur, decided to take part in the power struggle in Delhi, seeing the Mughal authorities is very weak. So they saw it, and they decided to take part in the power struggle in Delhi with a view to gain influence and territories. Okay. Ajit Singh of Marwar. Okay. Ajit Singh of Marwar. Ajit Singh of Marwar supported. Okay. So Ajit Singh of Marwar supported Sayyid brothers. So Ajit Singh of Marwar supported Sayyid brothers and got the governorship of Ajmer and Gujarat. Okay. Ajit Singh of Marwar supported Sayyid brothers, and Ajit Singh got the governorship of Ajmer and Gujarat also. Okay. And got the governorship of Ajmer and Gujarat. So Ajit Singh was the ruler of Marwar, Rajput ruler of Marwar. His name was Ajit Singh, and he supported Sayyid brothers and got the governorship of Ajmer and Gujarat. Now, who are these Sayyid brothers? I have already told to you. Sayyid brothers were the ones who made Farrukhsiyar the king. Okay, later Mughal king Farrukhsiyar, during the reign of Farrukhsiyar, Sayyid brothers actually made Farrukhsiyar the king. Okay, so Ajit Singh actually supported Sayyid brothers. Okay, and with the help of Sayyid brothers, Ajit Singh got the governorship of Ajmer and Gujarat. Okay, now Jai Singh II of Amber. Okay, Jai Singh, Jai Singh II of Amber, also known as Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, Jai Singh II of Amber, also he is also known as Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, the Enlightened Monarch. Okay, the Enlightened Monarch. Now, why Sawai Jai Singh is called as the Enlightened Monarch? Why he is called like that? We will learn in the upcoming classes. Okay, so Jai Singh II of Amber, also known as Sawai Jai Singh, supported. Now, Ajit Singh supported Sayyid brothers, and Sawai Jai Singh, that is Jai Singh II of Amber. Okay, that is Sawai Jai Singh. He supported the anti-Sayyid faction. Okay, supported support supported the anti-Sayyid faction. Supported the anti-Sayyid faction and got the governorship of Agra and the region of Surat. Anti-Sayyid faction and got the governorship of Agra and the region of Surat. Okay, so Ajit Singh supported Sayyid brothers, got governorship of Ajmer, Gujarat. Sawai Jai Singh supported anti-Sayyid faction, got governorship of Agra and region of Surat. Okay, now I hope you know the locations of all these. Ajmer is in Rajasthan, Gujarat you already know. Agra is in present day UP. Agra is in present day UP, and region of Surat again Gujarat. Okay, so means there were relations between Rajput rulers and the nobility in the Mughal court. This is what is important. Okay. Now let us learn something about the British East India Company. Okay. Okay. Of Agra and the region of Surat. Now British East India Company. A company run by systems and processes. It was a company run by systems and processes. Okay. So British East India Company was a company run by systems and processes. What does it mean by run by systems and processes? For example, when you will be the DM of any district, when you will be the district magistrate, that is the collector of any district, what will happen? Actually, there will be rule of law, not collector's rule. Okay, collector will have some discretionary powers, but they will be well within the ambit of the constitution. Okay, collector will have discretionary powers, but those will be well under the limits of the constitution. Okay, so British East India Company was run by systems and processes. This means that for example, in olden days, what used to happen? So in the Indian Empire, what used to happen? Suppose you are a bureaucrat of some village. Okay, the Indian system of administration I am telling. Suppose you are a bureaucrat of any village. Okay, so there was absolute power with you in that village. Okay, means even if you abuse the power, even if you threaten someone to death, okay, even if you plunder the homes of someone, okay, so all these things were allowed. That is, you had absolute power. Whatever you used to say, your words used to be the power. Your words used to be the uh, rule of that district or village. Okay, if you say that from today onwards liquor will be banned, so liquor used to get banned, and you say that tomorrow you say that again we will start selling liquor, I don't want to ban liquor, then the liquor will be once again start distributing. Okay, but the British East India Company was not like that. It was running by systems and processes. That is, if someone is a collector in the Indian regime, if someone is a collector, then he will have, although they were not called collectors, they were called as zamindars. Okay, they were called as ijaredar or zamindars. They were not called as collectors. Okay, in the Indian system, ijaredar, iktedar, subedar, or you can say uh, collector was the term used by British. So the company used to run by systems and processes. This means that the file will go from one department to the other. Okay, one person will sign the files, there will be complete records will be kept, records of everything will be kept over there. Okay, in the uh, cupboard, in the almirah of the office. In the almirah of the office all the records will be kept. Okay, every record will be written neatly. Okay, everything will be on the paper. Systems and processes, this means that they do not have absolute powers. British East India Company people do not have absolute powers. A company is run by systems and processes. If there is written in the constitution of British East India Company that in order to ban liquor in a particular region, this is the process which has to be followed. Okay, so the British East India Company collector used to follow that process, complete process. Okay, that I will sign a letter and send it to the uh, governor. Okay, then the governor will again sign it and send it to me, and then I will put a stamp on it. I will put a stamp on it, then again I will sign it. Okay, so that is the complete systems and process. The way India is run nowadays, that is what systems and processes. That is a country run by systems and processes. Although after 2014 there is some uh, deviation from systems and processes, but that is another part. But in general we can say that in the modern India everything is run by systems and processes. Okay, so British East India Company was run like that at that time, and this gave a very good advantage to the Britishers, not having absolute powers. Okay, that means that officials had to follow procedure, fixed procedure. Okay, to do everything. Officials had to follow fixed procedure to do everything. Now this taking advantage of this, what happened? Taking advantage of this, in 1849 second Anglo-Sikh war happened. Okay, second Anglo-Sikh war, second Anglo-Sikh war in 1849. Okay, and Punjab was annexed by the British. Punjab annexed by the British. So they took the advantage of this in 1849, say in the second Anglo-Sikh war, as Maharaja Ranjit Singh was absent in this war because he had died. Okay, Maharaja Ranjit Singh had already died, so that was the thing. So that's how Punjab was annexed by the British. British East India Company was very smart. Okay, British East India Company was very smart. It was very smart. Okay, they wanted to actually to annex. Now you will think that we were already talking about Rajputs. Okay, we were already talking about Rajputs, but why are we talking about the British East India Company in the middle? Because in the study of Rajputs this will be used. Okay, that's why we are learning. So British East India Company was very smart. They wanted to annex Punjab. Even during they wanted to annex Punjab even during the lifetime of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. They wanted to annex Punjab even during the lifetime of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, but did not. Why? The question arises why. So let us see why. Okay. Because they did not annex Punjab during the reign of Maharaja Ranjit Singh because Britishers did not want to annex Punjab. When it is when it was being ruled. When it was being ruled by a popular and capable ruler. So Britishers did not want to annex Punjab when it was being ruled by a popular and capable ruler, because Maharaja Ranjit Singh was a popular and capable ruler also. Common masses had the support. He had the support of common masses. Maharaja Ranjit Singh had the support of common masses also. Okay. So this was because this was to avoid. Okay. This was to avoid unrest. Unrest in the empire and chances of revolts also. Okay. And chances of revolts. This was to avoid unrest and chances of revolts. This and another note. Okay. Note. Whenever British East India Company signed any treaty, it used to violate that treaty after some years. Okay. Taking means Chinese strategy. Okay, nowadays the strategy which China has, okay, the same strategy they used to follow. Okay, that means they will show off that you are violating the treaty, that's why we have attacked you in retaliation. Although they had every intent, to attack the princely state okay, but they used to show off that you have violated the treaty, that's why we have attacked you in retaliation. So it was like that. The same thing China does nowadays. Okay. So whenever British East India Company signed any treaty, it used to violate that treaty after some years. Okay. Taking the advantage of the loopholes in that treaty. And the Indian powers did not understand that what are the loopholes in the treaty. Okay, Indian powers did not know what are the loopholes in the treaty. Taking the advantage of the loopholes in the treaty. Okay. So now the Britishers were like, why to annex Punjab when it is under a very capable ruler? Okay, when Punjab is already under a very capable ruler, at that time why to annex Punjab? Let Maharaja Ranjit Singh die first. Okay, why to waste resources? Okay, see, humans die, but actually systems and processes do not die, organizations do not die. Okay, so in the case of Indian powers, and the entire system was person oriented. So if a person dies, the entire system used to get collapsed. Okay, the entire system used to get collapsed if someone dies in the Indian powers. But in the British powers, as there was complete systems and processes. Okay, if suppose you become a collector and you die, suppose, okay, you died suppose after 1 year of being a collector, then do you think that the entire district administration will collapse? The answer is no, because you have complete systematic procedure. Okay, that is to be followed. So someone else will be able to rule, some other already the organization is set up in such a manner that what to do if a collector dies, that is already written in the official rules. Okay, so the system will not collapse because the administration is not person oriented, it is institution oriented. The power is in the office of the collector, not in the person, collector person. Okay, so that is the thing. So humans die, but systems and processes do not die, organizations do not die. After Maharaja Ranjit Singh's death, okay, the successors fought with each other. Okay, the successors of Maharaja Ranjit Singh fought with each other. So after Maharaja Ranjit Singh's death, the successor fought with each other. There was chaos and confusion. So there was so much chaos and confusion. So Britishers had got a, what we can say, excuse. Okay, so Britishers got an excuse, and so they said that there was already so much chaos and confusion and corruption, okay, going on in the Sikh Empire after the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. So we have decided to take the pain of governing Punjab. Okay, how Britishers legitimized their rule. During the reign of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, everything was going fine. Okay, everything was going good. Okay, so at that time they did not take over the administration because the common masses will revolt. Okay, the nobles will also revolt. Nobles in the court of Maharaja Ranjit Singh will also revolt. After Maharaja Ranjit Singh's death, the time was ripe for the Britishers to take over Sikh Empire. So the successors actually fought with each other. Okay. And there was a lot of chaos and confusion. So Britishers legitimized their rule over Sikh Empire. What did they say? They, they said that there was so much of chaos and confusion and corruption going on in the empire. So we have decided to take the pain of governing Punjab. Okay, we have decided to take the pain of governing Punjab, so that people of Punjab feel happy. Okay, that is how they legitimized. That is how they legitimized their rule. Okay, Britishers did not say that we will exploit you. Okay, Britishers did not say that. They legitimized their rule by saying that we are in fact taking the pain of ruling over you. We are taking the pain of ruling over you. Okay, they did not say that we are governing over you to exploit you. We are ruling over you to exploit you. They did not say like that. They said that we are taking the pain of ruling over you. Okay, Britishers used to say that we will save you from corrupt rulers. Okay, what did the Britishers say? Britishers used to make fool of the Indians by saying that we will save you from corrupt rulers. Okay, and we will do welfare works. Okay, and people also believed in it. Okay, people also believed in the fact that Britishers will save us from corrupt rulers and Britishers will do welfare to us. Okay, and it was somewhat true also, friends. Okay, somewhat it was true also, because very few Indian powers were there who were able rulers. Okay, most of the Indian powers were inefficient rulers. Okay, so although the royal treasury was full of gold, but the common masses were very poor. But when Britishers came, even the common masses used to get some power, because Britishers used to bring exams such as civil services. Okay, for example, British brought up civil services. Although at this time they did not bring, later on they brought. Okay, but anyone can give civil services exam. It was like that. Okay, although it was favoring the rich, the civil services exam at the time of Britishers used to favor the rich, but anyways it used to give the opportunity to the common man also. Okay, it was not necessary that you should be hereditary, uh, your father should be a bureaucrat or not like that. Okay, so the common masses accepted Britishers. Also, this was also one of the reasons why common masses accepted Britishers. It was because Britishers were abolishing practices such as sati, etc. So women were happy. Okay, women were a little bit happy with British rule, because even in the ancient India and even in the medieval India, women did not have any right, and Europeans were giving Indian women somewhat rights by abolishing practices such as sati. Okay, and giving sanction to widow marriages. So women got happy with this. Okay, many women got happy with this. Okay, then with regards to the condition of the untouchables, Britisher Britishers used to support the untouchables. Okay, so the untouchables were happy with the British rule. Okay, that's why B.R. Ambedkar used to support British rule. Okay, why B.R. Ambedkar used to say good things about Britishers? Okay, in fact, B.R. Ambedkar used to say that British rule was necessary for the country to uplift the untouchables. That these were the statements of B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, so the thing is that Britishers used to give Indian women some power. Okay, untouchables and Shudras some power. Okay, although the Britishers exploited the wealth of India, it is true that Britishers exploited the wealth of India, okay, that is very true. But this is also true that the India's wealth was mostly concentrated to the ruler, the kings and the nobles. Those people and the zamindars, those people had wealth, okay. The common masses were very poor, okay. So the drain of wealth actually happened from the nobles and the kings instead of the common masses during the British rule. The drain of wealth which took place from India, it took place from the nobles and the kings, okay, and the nawabs and the zamindars, okay. From them the wealth was taken away by the Britishers to their home country England, okay. But the common masses, instead of getting poor, they got some power. The common masses means shudra, untouchables and women. They got some powers because of Britishers. And this is the main reason why Britishers were able to rule India for so long, okay. Because despite their exploitative policy, all these people were already being exploited by the Indians also. Women were exploited, Shudras were exploited, untouchables were exploited, okay. So these people were already exploited people by the by the common Indians, okay. So British rule gave a little bit power to these people too, so these people got uplifted, and the status of Brahmins, okay, status of upper caste Hindus, those that came a little bit down, okay. So that is the thing. That is the thing. Although the Britishers used communal policies also, that is also true, but that is a different part. But why the Britishers were able to rule for 150 years, okay? The reason is very simple, because they were progressive, so they gave power to women and untouchables, okay. So that's why that is the reason why this was the thing, okay. And the drain of wealth, which many accuse the Britishers of drain of wealth, right? So it is true that India's wealth was drained away by the Britishers. All the gold was taken away by the Britishers. All the resources were exploited by the Britishers. Even the common masses were also exploited by the Britishers. All of that is truth, okay. But this is also true that some power was given to the extremely excluded sections of the society by the Britishers, so that no revolt takes place in the society. So that is the reason, okay. That's why B.R. Ambedkar used to support the British rule somewhat, okay. Although although he did not, that's why he did not fight for with the Britishers also, okay. Although people count him in the freedom fighter, because he used to talk with the Britishers on the table, okay. That's why people call him freedom fighter. But freedom fighter does not only mean freedom from Britishers. Freedom fighter also means that freedom from the uh, atrocities of the upper caste, okay. That is also freedom fight. So that's why people call him a freedom fighter. But B.R. Ambedkar was a supporter of British rule. He somewhat supported British rule, because Britishers were the ones who gave power to the untouchables, okay. So that is the thing. Ajit Singh, now who is this Ajit Singh? This is the same Ajit Singh, the Ajit Singh which we had learnt over here, okay. The Ajit Singh which we learnt over here. This Ajit Singh of Marwar. This Ajit Singh is the same person who had assassinated Farooq Siyar, okay. This Ajit Singh had assassinated Farooq Siyar, and Ajit Singh was Marwar ruler who had assassinated Farooq Siyar, okay. So right over here, okay. Although this is not an important point, okay, but I am just writing because it is given in the notes, okay. Ajit Singh had assassinated Farooq Siyar. Ajit Singh had assassinated Farrukhsiyar. Okay, with the help of with Sayyid brothers. Okay, in association with Sayyid brothers, Ajit Singh assassinated Farrukhsiyar. Okay, he was Marwar ruler. Already told to you, Marwar ruler. Okay, now this is also important point that Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, Sawai Jai Singh is equal to enlightened ruler. Okay, enlightened monarch. Why was he called as enlightened monarch? Why? Upcoming classes. Okay, we will learn about it in upcoming classes. Why was Sawai Jai Singh, why was he called as enlightened monarch? We will learn in the upcoming classes. Okay. At one stage. Okay. Now, how much did the rule of Rajput extend? So let us see. At one stage. At one stage when they were in their uh, golden period. Okay. At one stage Rajputs controlled. Okay. At one stage Rajputs controlled the entire territory. Okay. Control the entire territory. Okay. At one stage Rajputs control the entire territory. Extended from some 600 miles south of Delhi to Surat on the western coast. To Surat on the western coast. Okay. Now let us see this. Okay. Okay. This is India. So over here somewhere it is Delhi. Okay. So 600 miles to the south of Delhi means over here. Okay. So this entire region up to Surat. Okay. On the western coast. So this particular region was occupied by Rajputs at one stage. Okay. Golden stage we can say. Okay. So that is the thing. To Surat on the western coast. So let me correct this diagram. It is something like this. Okay. Yes, it is something like this. So to Surat on the western coast. This shaded area was of Rajputs. Okay. However, the internal struggles of Rajput, okay, there was no unity amongst Rajputs. Okay. However, the internal struggles, however, the internal struggles internal struggles of Rajput state. However, the internal struggles of Rajput state prevented them prevented them from internal struggles of the Rajput state prevented them from consolidating their position. Okay. Prevented them from consolidating their position. And made them a prey to Maratha intervention. And made them a prey to Maratha intervention. Okay. So the thing is that actually Rajputs did not have any unity amongst them. Okay. So Marathas used to suppress them because of this. Because one or the other ruler used to betray. Okay. One or the other ruler used to betray the stronger ruler. So suppose if Marathas are plundering the region and there are 5 Rajput rulers, then amongst the 5 Rajput rulers, 3 of them come together, but two of them will not fight with the Marathas. Okay. And only 3 Rajputs will fight with the Marathas. 2 of them will not fight. Okay. So there was no unity amongst Rajputs, and similarly there was no unity amongst Marathas also. Okay. The same holds for Marathas too. Marathas also did not have any unity amongst them. Okay. So that's the thing. Just a minute, friends. Okay. Just a minute. Let me have some water. Just a second. Okay. So I have not put the camera on. That's why you might not be able to see me drinking water. But I am having water. Just a second. Okay. Now we will come to the point why Sawai Singh was called as an enlightened ruler. Okay, we will come to that. Okay. And one fact I forgot to tell you, friends, while we were learning about Tipu Sultan. Okay, Tipu Sultan had also contributed in the construction of the temple, Durga temple. Okay, Sringeri. Okay, so no, not Durga temple, Sharda temple. Okay, at Sringeri, if I am not wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. Okay, so Tipu Sultan had also contributed in the construction of Sringeri Mutt. Okay, means the temple of Sharda, goddess Sharda. Okay, so those things are also there, but the current regime will never accept this fact. Okay, the most remarkable Rajput ruler. The most remarkable. Let us learn about why the monarch Sawai Jai Singh was called as an enlightened monarch. We will look at that. Okay, very few rulers were like Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, there were very few rulers who were like Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, the most. This is a very important example because very few Indian rulers were like this at that time. Okay, the most remarkable. The most remarkable Rajput ruler. The most remarkable Rajput ruler of 18th century. The most remarkable Rajput ruler of 18th century was Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, 18th century means 1700 to 1799. Okay, that is called as 18th century. Was Sawai Jai Singh or Jai Singh too. Okay, also Jai Singh too. Okay, and he basically ruled from 1699 to 1743. Okay, he ruled from this time to this time, 1699 to 1743. Okay, he was a great astronomer. This is a very exceptional ruler. Okay, he was a great astronomer. He was a great astronomer. He was a great astronomer, a social reformer. Okay, a social reformer. What does it mean by social reformer? Social reformer means he tried to reform the society at that time. Okay, the orthodox elements of the society, he tried to remove them from the society. He tried to socially reform the society. He was a great astronomer. Okay, he was an astronomer. Now imagine a Indian emperor being astronomer. It looks very amusing, right? So he was a great astronomer, a social reformer. Okay, and a man of scientific temper, and a man of scientific temper, and a man of scientific temper. Okay, great astronomer, a social reformer, and a man of scientific temper. Okay, so he was also a man of scientific temper. He used to say that sati should be abolished. He used to say that widow should be allowed to get remarried. He used to say that the pomp show which happens during the marriage, the expensive weddings, okay, all those things should be avoided. Okay, he used to say like that. A man of scientific temper. Apart from, he was also a distinguished statesman. Okay, strong ruler. Okay, not an incapable ruler, strong ruler. Apart from being a distinguished statesman. Apart from being a distinguished statesman. Okay, Marathas used to collect taxes from Rajput states. Okay, now this is a very important fact. Marathas used to collect taxes Marathas used to collect taxes from Rajput states. This is a very important fact. Not only Rajput states, many other states also. Okay, Marathas used to collect taxes from Rajput states. Okay, Marathas were very aggressive. Okay, they used to collect taxes and all. Chauth, Sardeshmukhi, and all those things you already learn. Okay, so they used to collect and very aggressively they used to raid the. They used to plunder and raid the enemies or territory of the enemies. Okay, their enemies' territory they used to plunder and raid very mercilessly. Okay, semi feudal. So this is a note. Okay, what kept India, what prevented Indian state from growing? Okay, what prevented, what prevented the Indian state from growing? Okay, why did the Europeans become so advanced so early? Why were the Europeans were able to rule over us, and why did the Europeans become so advanced very early as compared to us? Okay, so semi feudal. Okay, mindset also and system of administration also. Okay, semi feudal and feudal system of administration. Semi feudal and feudal system of administration and mindset. Okay, say feudal and semi feudal system of administration and mindset. Okay, means, so example of semi feudal or feudal system of administration or mindset, the example is Varna system. Okay, or sectarian divide in the Muslims also, sectarian divide between Shias and Sunnis, or the Varna system. Okay, the five-fold Varna system. Okay, so all these things are examples of semi feudal and feudal system of administration and mindset, and India is yet to come out of the feudal mindset. Yet India has not completely come out of the feudal mindset. Okay, so and mindset prevented India prevented Indian state from growing. Okay, semi-feudal and feudal system of administration and mindset prevented Indian state from growing. So now the important fact is that Sawai Jai Singh also astronomical or observatories. Okay, astronomical observatories were established by Sawai Jai Singh. So these observatories for astronomical observations were also established by Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, by Sawai Jai Singh. So observatories for astronomical observations were also established by Sawai Jai Singh. These observatories, okay, these observatories were called as Jantar Mantar. Okay, Jantar Mantar. Let us write properly. These were called as Jantar Mantar in Hindi. Okay, so in Hindi they were called as Jantar Mantar. Okay, these observatories for astronomical observations. Okay, now some of the important things done by Sawai Jai Singh, some more important things that were done by Sawai Jai Singh, let us write. Okay, Sawai Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur. Okay, so what did Sawai Jai Singh do? Sawai Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur on modern lines. Okay, now he founded the city of Jaipur on modern lines, means modern roads. Okay, the 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 kind of welfare work you see today, like tar roads. Okay, tar roads, cement roads. Although at that time there were no cement roads. Okay, but at least gitti roads. Okay, gitti roads means a road that is not completely uh, made of, means not completely, at least there is a little bit murum that has been put on that road. Okay, so Sawai Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur on modern lines, means instead of a completely kacha road, they will have a comparatively good road. Okay. And also the modern lines means the Harappan city, for example, was on modern lines. That lanes were at the 90 degrees. There were, okay, there were chawraha, okay, means squares, okay, where the four roads met each other. The place where the four roads met each other, that was called as chawraha or square. Okay. So Sawai Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur on modern lines, okay, modern houses, all those things, okay. He got established observatories at, means Jantar Mantar. Where did he establish Jantar Mantar? So he got established, okay. He got he got established he got established observatories. He got established observatories at Delhi, Jaipur, Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi and Mathura. Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi. Means Jantar Mantar were present. Jantar Mantar were built at Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi and Mathura. To promote astronomical development. To promote astronomical development. To promote astronomical development. Okay. So Sawai Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur on modern lines. He got established observatories at Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi and Mathura to promote astronomical development. Okay. He also got, okay, look at this ruler, okay, how much scientific he is actually uh, patronizing education also, okay, modern line education instead of religious education. He is also patronizing modern education, okay. So see, he got several important texts on geometry and trigonometry, okay. he got several he got several important texts on geometry and trigonometry. On geometry and trigonometry. Translated into Sanskrit, okay. So geometry and trigonometry texts, various geometry and trigonometry texts, okay, translated into Sanskrit. Translated into Sanskrit. Including Euclid's Elements of Geometries. That is, he is basically patronizing Western education instead of religious education, okay. So he got the books of geometry and trigonometry translated into Sanskrit, including Euclid's including Euclid's elements of geometry. Okay, including Euclid's elements of geometry. Elements of geometry. He also made efforts to reduce expenditure in the wedding ceremonies. Okay, what did he try to do? He also made efforts. No Indian rulers were doing this. Okay, no Indian ruler was doing all this stuff in those times. He also made efforts. Okay, although his efforts were unsuccessful because the society did not accept the efforts. Okay, the society did not accept the efforts of these the reforms he tried to make. The society did not accept them because society used to say that our religion will be destroyed because of it. Okay, we will break the rules of religion, we will break the social norms. So the society did not listen to Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, so he also made efforts to reduce expenditure, to reduce expenditure in the wedding ceremonies. In the wedding ceremonies. In the wedding ceremonies. A practice which had given rise to the practice of female infanticide. Okay, so even today in India, female infanticide happens. Okay, because of dowry system. Okay, he also made efforts to reduce expenditure in the wedding ceremonies, a practice which had given rise to the practice of female infanticide. So what used to happen in those days, and even today in India this happens, but today it does not happen on very large scale. Okay, in India today also this happens, but not on a very large scale. But in those days, okay, in those days this used to happen on a very large scale. So what used to happen is that whenever a female child was born, what used to happen, the parents used to think that she will grow up and she will have to be wedded. She will grow up and she will have to be wedded to someone. And if she will have to be wedded to someone, then surely there will be dowry demand. Okay, and as there will be dowry demand, our entire property will be lost. We will have to sell entire property, or we will have to take a lot of loan from the zamindars, and we won't be able to repay the loan. So there will be complete financial burden on us. There will be complete financial burden on us because of this lady born in our family. Okay, because of this girl child born in our family. So let us kill her, so that we are so that we do not feel bad. Okay, later on we are not on the streets, later on we do not become poor. Okay, so that's how the pomp show and the wedding ceremonies had actually given rise to the practice of female infanticide. So this person Sawai Jai Singh tried to actually reduce the expenditure, but all these ideas were not accepted by the people in those days. Okay, he made efforts to reduce expenditure in the wedding ceremonies, a practice which had given rise to the practice of female infanticide. And you can even see this today also. Even today the Indian society is not has not come out of the feudal tendencies. For example, in Rajputs, most of the Rajputs do not patronize, means suppose there is a Rajput traditional Rajput person, traditional Rajput citizen of India. So that traditional Rajput citizen of India uh, worships Maharana Pratap. Okay, he will worship Maharana Pratap, but he will never worship Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, who was a social reformer and who had scientific temper. That Sawai Jai Singh is never recognized by the Rajputs. Okay, but Maharana Pratap, although he was not although he was a secular ruler, Maharana Pratap was a secular ruler, no doubt about it. But was he scientific ruler? Was he patronizing Western education? No. Was he building the cities on modern lines? No. So just because he had fought Mughals, Maharana Pratap had fought with Mughals, I guess. So just because he had fought with Mughals, he is being made great. Okay. So communal mindset is there in the minds of Indian people, and a person who had actually done a lot of good things, Sawai Jai Singh, he is not at all worshipped by the Rajputs in India today. Okay, so that's how is the society of India. Okay, so Ziz Muhammad Shahi. Okay, and those serial friends, those TV series which are there like Ahilya Bai Holkar etc., which are there on the Sony TV. Okay, Ahilya Bai Holkar is running on the Sony TV if I'm not wrong. Okay, so those are just entertainment. Those are just made for entertainment purpose. Those are not reality. Okay, just remember this thing. Those are not at all reality. Okay, now Zij Muhammad Shahi. Zij Muhammad Shahi. A set of astronomical tables. What is Zij Muhammad Shahi? A set of. This was established by Sawai Jai Singh. Zij Muhammad Shahi was established by Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, so Zij Muhammad Shahi, a set of astronomical tables. Astronomical tables to do calculations. Okay, to do calculations prepared by Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, this is a very important point. Okay, Zij Muhammad Shahi. Looking at the name, Zij Muhammad Shahi, you will take the name of Muslim ruler because the name is Zij Muhammad Shahi. Okay, but actually this is the set of astronomical tables and calculations which was prepared by Sawai Jai Singh, not by a Muslim ruler. Although the name appears to be a Muslim name, but the set of astronomical tables and calculations was prepared. This particular table of astronomical tables, this particular thing was calculated by, prepared by Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, a set of astronomical tables to do calculations prepared by Sawai Jai Singh. Okay, okay. Now I want to remove some confusion of yours. Okay, some common confusion. Some common confusions. Okay. Astronomy and astrology. Just remember this thing, that astronomy and astrology are two different things. Okay, are two different things. Now astronomy is your study of celestial bodies. Okay, study of celestial bodies. Celestial bodies means Khagol Shastra. Okay, bodies which are there in the space, universe. So a study of celestial bodies, that is astronomy. And astrology, what does it mean by astrology? Astrology means Rashi Fal. Okay, Rashi Fal, that is your astrology. So this astrology is basically unscientific. Okay, astrology means Rashi Fal, which is unscientific, and astronomy means study of celestial bodies, which is scientific. Okay, so Zij Muhammad Shahi was a set of astronomical tables to do calculations, which was prepared by Sawai Singh. Okay, so this confusion is gone. Okay, now we will learn about the Jat state. Okay, we will learn about the Jat state now, but after some time. Okay, after some time we will learn about the Jat state, but after some time. Okay, so let us stop the session for today over here.